hey, how are you feeling? No, I really mean, how are you feeling? Don't give me some automatic, unconscious response stuff like, I'm fine, I'm okay, or I'm good. I mean, how are you really feeling? Because how you feel matters. It impacts your decisions and your energy, your relationships, your achievements, your motivation, your conversations, and of course, it also impacts how you're feeling. So it pretty much impacts everything, right? So I'm going to take some time today to share with you around why your emotions matter and how feeling them puts you back in the driver's seat. Hi and welcome. My name is Jo, and this video is for professionals like you that want to reconnect with your confidence and energy and gain clarity to step back in charge of your leadership and life. Look, most of us are only aware of how we're feeling when our emotions are different from our normal baseline. Now, baseline means that that's kind of the place you hang out mostly emotionally. But not being in tune with how you feel, which is, I've got to say, super common in our culture, it means that you're missing out on a lot. It means that you're leaking loads of energy, and it's going to slow down your decision-making processes too. But not only that, it's also going to mean that you're making decisions that are not aligned with who you are, nor what's important to you. So then you end up feeling how you don't want to feel more often. And who wants that? So here's the thing, right? Feelings are meant to be felt. That's their job. It's in fact their only job is to be felt. Now get this, their job is to be felt, and your job is to feel them. It is not your job to judge your emotions or to hide them or to resist them or to squash them down or to even give yourself a hard time for having those feelings in the first place. Your job is just to feel them. So I'm curious, what would it look like for you to stop judging yourself in the way you feel? What if you stopped resisting your emotions? Because as Carl Jung says, he's that famous Swiss psychologist, he says, what we resist persists. And I'll add to that, what we resist persists and grows in size. Have you ever noticed how that happens? And also, what if you stopped hiding your emotions, like pretending to even yourself that you're not even experiencing certain emotions at all, just to have those very emotions come up for you when maybe you overreact to a situation, maybe at the wrong time, generally with the wrong person. So maybe those emotions weren't hidden after all. Maybe it'd be more accurate to say that they were pushed down again as you tried to jam them into a space that is so overcrowded that it's ripping at the seams. So take a moment now to check in with what you're feeling right now. Notice what you're feeling because all of your emotions are valid. Now notice I said your emotions are valid. I didn't say fun or resourceful, but those valid feelings of yours, they have information for you. And when you take time to listen, when you pay attention and bring awareness to those feelings, well, then you get to choose what to do with that emotion. Now, I've got to be truthful here. It doesn't mean that all your emotions are going to be sunshine and butterflies, or even that all of your emotions are helpful in every single moment of your day. But you know what? Many of them are. And if you don't allow yourself to feel them, to acknowledge them, or to be present with yourself, even if just for a moment, then you're going to miss out on that opportunity. Feeling your feelings puts you in a place where you can choose what to do next consciously and deliberately. So what if you committed right now to feeling your feelings a bit more? Because that puts you in a place where you can choose what to do with that feeling. That will give you the opportunity to learn, to experience it, or to choose something else in that moment. And maybe you could choose to feel that emotion even more, or maybe to let that emotion go, to listen a little closer to it, to let it pass right through, to believe it, to hold it, to saturate yourself from it, to learn from it, to make a decision from it, or to choose consciously that, you know what, that feeling that's coming up for me right now, that's not going to serve me today, so I'm going to choose another. You see, when you know what you're feeling, you get to make the call. Get it? I wonder what would happen if you let go of the resistance, the judgment, the pushing the emotions away. I wonder what would shift for you. How does that feel? Really? Hey, now you've made it this far, and I want you to go and watch the next video where I teach you about the power of your thoughts. You see, your thoughts create your emotions. So you really want to know about that too, right? Trust me, this is going to change the way you lead and live. So click on the video below and I'll see you over there.